Coast TV.
Cars driving on Rehoboth Avenue, how a repaving project could change the flow of business in the town.
Rockets launching today from the Gaza Strip towards Israel, how the search for a new House Speaker could delay more funding for Israel.
Well, we went from a chilly to a downright cold night, dropping down to below and into the 30s. I'll let you know when some showers and maybe a little warmer weather may kick in.
And imagine spotting this lanternfly in your backyard. One Millsboro couple on their interesting encounter with the insect.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. Coast TV News at 5 starts right now.
A repaving project in Rehoboth Beach could be postponed. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with a delay of a major project.
Rehoboth Avenue was supposed to start getting repaved after Labor Day weekend. Those plans currently on pause. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber live there in Rehoboth Beach. Elisa, it looks like a project oversight is contributing to this holdup.
Maddie, that's right. A few of the plans for this repaving project up and down Rehoboth Ave need to be changed. DelDOT says the plans need to be changed in order to be compliant with issues. Now, business owners in Rehoboth Beach, though, are not mad about the pause. Rehoboth Avenue was supposed to get repaved early this fall. DelDOT says the project was pushed back so the Americans with Disabilities Act guidelines were met. While the street may not look like it is in bad condition, the city and DelDOT want to take precautions.
We don't want it to really continue to deteriorate to a point where it's causing an issue for vehicles and bicyclists. So, that's really what we do.
Chad Miller owns Pet Wants, located on Rehoboth Avenue. Since the fall is a busy time, Miller worries about his business if the project happens early fall 2024.
Once we get through Sea Witch, and it seems like it slows down here on the avenue in November and December, so those 2 months would be ideal for us, but it just depends on when DelDOT or whenever the contractors can do it.
Thomas Newhart, a co-owner of Atlantique, is also worried. He says fall is one of their busiest times of the year, and he believes repaving in early spring could serve businesses better. Newhart does commend the city on staying on top of repairs.
I've noticed how they do try to keep up with keeping the city clean, definitely, and repairing it all the time, yes.
DelDOT says they are working with the city to make sure the project benefits everyone on Rehoboth Avenue. Once the city and DelDOT finalize plans for the new project, a date as to when the repaving will begin will be announced. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, does Rehoboth Avenue need to be repaved? Let's take a look at what the folks are having to say at home.
And majority saying no, they just simply don't think that's necessary. The 29% say, yeah, it could use a little love.
Yeah, and of course, this is the first time we've run the poll so far this evening. So if you want to vote, just go to WRDE.com and cast a ballot there, or you can use our Coast TV mobile app, and we'll show you updated results on News at 6.
Breaking news this evening, the Salisbury Police Department has identified 16-year-old Carter Figgs as the teen who died in the deadly crash in Salisbury on October 7th. The photos you see here show the extensive damage that happened on South Salisbury Boulevard and Lloyd Street around 12:30 a.m. According to police, a 17-year-old driver was speeding on Route 13 when he lost control and hit the telephone pole, hurting his passengers and killing Figgs. The driver is suspected of driving under the influence and facing multiple charges, including homicide by motor vehicle.
At least 9 Americans are dead, other U.S. citizens missing as the fighting intensifies between Israeli forces and Hamas, the Palestinian militant group, now threatening to kill hostages, one for every new civilian home bombed without warning in Gaza, they say. NBC's Jay Gray shows us a closer look at the conflict and the growing U.S. response. We do want to warn our viewers that some of this video might be disturbing.
Unrelenting airstrikes. Israeli ministers ordering a complete siege of the Gaza Strip in the wake of a weekend surprise offensive by Hamas, the deadliest attack on Israel in 50 years.
Hamas
is ISIS. And we will beat him just like
the Western world has beaten ISIS.
A spokesman for the military wing of the Palestinian militant group now issuing this threat. Every hour, Hamas will kill one Israeli hostage for every civilian house bombed without warning. More than 1,200 have died in the fighting, a vast majority of the victims civilians. The State Department confirming Americans are among the casualties, with other U.S. citizens in the region still missing.
There are reports of Americans who are unaccounted for. We continue to work to confirm that number and to try to locate those who are missing.
As the fighting escalates, a U.S. carrier strike group is now moving into the region.
We will continue to get Israel the military aid and military assistance it needs.
Though a full-scale response likely won't come until Congress is back in session and a speaker is elected in the House. The man just voted out of that job, demanding swift action from the White House to protect U.S. citizens caught up in the violence.
This administration must also make clear that harming any American will result in the wrath of the United States.
As thousands of miles away, the fighting intensifies. Jay Gray, NBC News.
Robert Kennedy Jr., whose family name is synonymous with the Democratic Party, announced today he is running for president as an independent. Kennedy has primarily worked as an environmental lawyer and most recently as an opponent of vaccines. He's found himself at the odds with the mainstream Democratic Party. At a rally in Philadelphia, Kennedy vowed to unite the country. However, in a statement posted on X, 4 of Kennedy's siblings said, and I quote, "Bobby might share the name as our father, but he does not share the same values, vision, or judgment. Today's announcement is deeply saddening for us. We denounce his candidacy and believe it to be perilous for our country," end quote.
These spotted lanternflies you see on your screen kind of give you an icky feeling, but they are having a large negative impact on Delaware's environment. According to the state, the insects are detrimental to Delaware's agricultural industries, the environment, and residential areas, attacking forests, including 70 different types of trees. One lanternfly paid a visit to the backyard of a couple in Millsboro, and the company says it took them by surprise.
I first saw it, I thought it was one of the stink bugs. And up in New York, we had a lot of stink bugs. And when I saw the size of it, then I knew it wasn't, because the stink bug had that hard shell on top. With the new development, with no trees to speak of, we were kind of surprised.
I love that those guys are celebrating Halloween. You can see it behind them. The state says that they started monitoring the insects when they were first spotted back in 2017 by conducting visual surveys and then treating areas with insecticide to get rid of as many as possible, but they continue to be a problem. The state encourages you to check your cars, trailers, or any possessions that you've had with outside lanternflies or any egg masses. If you find those, the state asks you to kill them.
As we take a live look right now into the Lewis Yacht Club with our Tunnel and Razor camera, a beautiful night out there. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at this week's weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening. Well, I'll tell you this. If you haven't already pulled out the fall wardrobe, I'd say that this weekend, and particularly this morning, was a quick reminder. Look at how cool we were. We dipped down to 39 degrees in Georgetown and in Salisbury, 41 for the low in Ocean City. Now, I don't like to, and I prefer not to show you boring numbers on TV, but this is going to be an exception. Because look, we got down to 39 degrees. 52 is the average. That shows you just how low we actually dipped. But we didn't get near this record low of 28, which was actually set in 1978. So we were definitely cooler than chilly, but we weren't record-breaking cold. Just for the record, because those are the questions that I usually hear. Winds right now moving out of the west, and we're going to talk about the chill that's going to stay in the air for this work week. But for right now, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. Hydrant flushing and flow testing in Smyrna. The town announced that between Monday, October 16th and Thursday, October 19th, the town's water department will be flushing and flow testing fire hydrants between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. The town says customers should be aware that muddy water may occur shortly after the process is complete. If this does happen to you, the town says, simply open your water faucets and run dishwashers. Run them empty, however, through one cycle to purge the system of that discolored water.
Driving safe during planting and harvest season in Delaware, it's important. The department says move slowly around farm equipment, pass carefully. Yield to wide farm vehicles traveling in the opposite direction, and please be patient.
Delaware State Police have identified 23-year-old Malachi Gibbs as the pedestrian who died after being hit by a car in Ellendale Saturday, October 7th. According to police, around 11:15 p.m. on Saturday, a Toyota was traveling southbound on Route 113 in the left southbound lane. At the same time, a separate car unrelated to the crash had come to a stop at a red light in the westbound lane of Route 16. Police say Gibbs got out of a car, stopped, and then began walking through the intersection, inadvertently entering the path of that Toyota. Police are continuing to investigate the circumstances surrounding this accident.
If you plan to visit Seaford tomorrow, you may need to rethink your parking plans. According to the city, the Mount Olivet parking lot will be closed Tuesday, October 10th from 4 p.m. until Thursday, October 12th at 4 p.m. The city says during that time, the parking lot will be seal-coated and restriped.
United Auto Worker members on the picket lines against Mack trucks after a deal that was tentative fell apart. How many workers rejected a deal with the company?
And another chilly night is on tap for us here in Delmarva. We have been trending lower and lower. Will we finally go up, or will we take a deeper dip into that chilly pool? We'll talk about that coming up in just a few moments.
But first, the prestigious Gold Circle earns a new member, our company's longtime owner, Tom Draper. His significant contributions that were recognized up next.
Shop local at the Treasure Chest for the gift that means more. Say you care about your friends, family, and community with a gift from a trusted family-owned and operated jewelry store for over 45 years. Just minutes from the beach, the Treasure Chest on Main Street in Berlin.
Do you sell Mohawk carpet here?
We do. Come take a look. We have a large selection of Mohawk carpets. The exceptionally durable and silky smooth Smart Strand line from Mohawk provides you with years of comfort.
So soft. Let's take it. This is our house.
I definitely can do this for $5. Matt the Carpet Guy, your local Mohawk dealer in Selbyville and Lewis.
I'm Delaware Insurance Commissioner Trinidad Navarro. Many people have questions about Medicare and don't know where to start. The good news is there's a way to get answers. Delaware Medicare Assistance Bureau is a public service of the Delaware Insurance Department and helps people with Medicare deal with the complex and confusing health insurance system. DMAB offers free, local, one-on-one counseling and assistance to people with Medicare and their families. Call Delaware Medicare Assistance Bureau at 302-674-7364 today.
Shop local at the Treasure Chest for the gift that means more. Say you care about your friends, family, and community with a gift from a trusted family-owned and operated jewelry store for over 45 years. Just minutes from the beach, the Treasure Chest on Main Street in Berlin.
Nobody wants to have surgery done, but if you're going to have it, this was the best way for me to go. Dr. Fatula came in and told me exactly what he was going to do. I went home that night and slept in my own bed. And there was no pain. I had a few steri strips, and that was it. That's the place to go. BB Healthcare is the place to go. This is right here in your backyard, and they are on the edge of robotic surgery.
Our company's longtime owner, Tom Draper, is now a member of the prestigious Gold Circle, a Hall of Fame honoring lifetime achievement in our region's Emmy Awards chapter. Draper's son, Hank, accepted the posthumous award on his late father's behalf. The Gold Circle honors those who have spent at least 50 years in the broadcast industry and made significant contributions to the national capital region. That includes D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Draper changed the media landscape on Delmarva throughout television, radio, even digital, and is now one of just 26 individuals ever inducted into that Gold Circle.
The United Auto Workers have decided to go on strike after rejecting a tentative agreement with Mack Trucks. 73% of union workers voted against a proposed deal made to them last week. The union's president, Sean Fain, said in a statement on X, formerly known as Twitter, that he's inspired to see members hold out for a better deal. Many of the union's demands for Mack are similar to demands made with General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. That includes improved wages and health care and pension benefits. 3 week-long strikes have already led the 3 major automakers to meet some key union demands.
Are you a parent or a caregiver of a deaf or hard of hearing child in Delaware? Well, Delaware legislators want to hear from you. On Tuesday, October 24th, the Delaware Department of Education is hosting a meeting for parents and for caregivers to highlight the areas where communication, resources, or support services are lacking in the educational environment. The meeting will be held both on Zoom and in person at Legislative Hall in Dover. That's from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Tidal Health Nanticoke will hold a free support group for those affected by lung disease. The Better Breathers Club will be held from 2 to 3 p.m. on Wednesday, October 18th. Backed by the American Lung Association, the club offers a venue for participants to learn from guest speakers and also have educational materials. The support group is open to anyone affected by chronic lung disease. That includes relatives and caregivers.
We take a look at the temperatures right now, and then even out in the water, we're starting to see a dip in the temps. Now, will this trend finally stop and pump the brakes, or will we finally get a chance to enjoy the sun without the chill? Full forecast coming up in a moment. You don't want to miss it.
Before cold weather hits, get your vehicle serviced by IG Burton. We service all makes and models. And if you've got a check engine light on or any other problem, IG Burton will check it out for free. Yes, free. Nobody beats a Burton deal on service. Nobody.
Transitioning your loved one home after a hospital or rehab stay can be overwhelming. Insurance will only pay for a limited time in a rehab facility. You might need transportation to appointments, coordination of medical equipment, and help keeping your loved one on track with home exercises. In-home care is the answer to coordinating everything. For healing faster in the home, Homewell Care Services offers compassionate, quality, in-home, short, or long-term care when you need it most.
To learn more about Homewell Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Est-ce que vous connaissez visiter docteur régulièrement capable d'aider vous avec conditions santé comme tension, sucre, ça et diabète là.
Vous capable prendre avantage de dépistage important tant que cancer capable de de détection et de traitement bonheur.
Docteur primaire capable aider vous à jouer avec tout vaccin C'est pour nous contrôler santé et empêcher maladie sérieuses avant de commencer. Après trop de temps, quitter Community Behavioral Health et aider au joindre un docteur famille et puis prendre première étape pour une plus bonne santé.
Whether you live at the beach, travel to the beach, or want to know what's going on at the beach, get the WRDE News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Download the WRDE News app on your Apple or Android devices. Just search WRDE Coast TV. The WRDE Coast TV News app. Coverage you can count on. Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
Before cold weather hits, get your vehicle serviced by IG Burton. We service all makes and models. And if you've got a check engine light on or any other problem, IG Burton will check it out for free. Yes, free. Nobody beats a Burton deal on service. Nobody.
Is your deck ready for the next family party? Let Paul Davis show you how easy, stress-free, and quick we can resurface or install a new AZEK deck for you. The AZEK decking looks like wood, insect-resistant, and won't fade. We can see you as soon as tomorrow, offer a free design, and have an estimate that day. Don't want to pay now? Take advantage of our no payment, no interest option until 2024. This is the last chance of the year to get composite decking for the same price as salt-treated wood. Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling, we are the difference makers. Weather is brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling, the difference makers.
Well, you couldn't argue with how beautiful the weather was for today, but a lot of folks were letting me know on the trail they didn't appreciate that chill in the early morning hours. Well, it won't be quite that chilly for tomorrow morning, thanks to some cloud cover, and we may get a little renegade sprinkle in here before it's all said and done, before the night is done, actually. So, taking a look at where we are right now, we can see a little bit on the breezy side with the 13-mile-per-hour winds, courtesy of our Hershey's exterior camera, and temperatures actually in the mid-60s. Now, as far as the live radar is concerned, at this present time, we are clear here along the coast, even down towards Ocean City and Ocean Pines, and down towards even Snow Hill area. We stay pretty clear. We do have the small craft advisory still active along the Chesapeake Bay area, but aside from that small, piddly little old advisory, we're looking at basically high pressure and control of our weather and a bit of a warm front stepping into the fray. So that means we're going to see a surge of warm air coming out of the southwest, and that's a good thing. So we'll kind of thaw out a little bit for those folks who are very sensitive to the chill we had this morning. By the way, what's happening over here, in case you were wondering, those are actually concerns for frost and colder weather. So Keep that in mind. Our checklist for tonight, we're looking at long sleeves, maybe a warm beverage just because you want it, not because you need it, okay? And just chilly conditions. Temperatures, though, overall in the last 24 hours have actually gotten a little bit on the warmer side. Feels like the 60s everywhere. 66 in Redden, 63, for example, in Del Mar. Our expectation for Tuesday morning, 50s instead of the 30s. Then for Tuesday afternoon, 70, 70, 70, 70, 71. Selbyville, 71. Then for Wednesday, more than we have cloud cover building over Berlin with a sprinkle or two in Ocean City. And then back into the 70s we go going into Wednesday. So you take a look at the next 3 days. They're very similar, if not the exact same temperatures across the board. For example, Astique, we're looking at that same situation. South Bethany, we're looking at that same situation. And even for us in Cape Henlopen, but we're not worried about any rain till after Thursday. Now, we talk about that possibility of rain. That kicks in for us for Saturday going into Sunday, possibly even an inch for us, for example, in Rehoboth Beach. Well, where's that going to come from? We have this wall of rain that's going to begin to build over us for Saturday and then stick around on Sunday, and then that's it. Okay? Here's a look at your extended forecast. There's an 80% chance of rain on Saturday and a 60% chance of rain on Sunday.
Paul, thank you. The holiday season will be here before we know it. That means the return of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. Through generous donations from businesses and individuals, we do our best to make sure every child has a present to open on Christmas morning. We do that by supporting nonprofits that handpick families in need. Applications for those nonprofits are now open. They are due October 31st. We'll be right back.
Thinking about upgrading your bath or shower? Bath by Spice Brothers is making it easy with a limited time offer.
Right now, receive $1,000 off your new shower or bath. Save 50% off installation, plus 0% financing with no payments until 2025.
Choose your favorite style and color, and it can be installed in as little as 1 day.
Have peace of mind with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty and factory certified 5-star installation guaranteed.
So before you sign, keep Bath by Spice Brothers in mind.
Reeb's the only one with a block left.
Better be nice to me. I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to block.
Don't block me!
I'm no dummy.
The Voice, new tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
I got an idea for an experiment. We assume people are making rational decisions, but the opposite is true. The question is why?
This case is pretty cut and dried.
You think so?
The Irrational, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
The 2024 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you. With the legendary capability of the Outback, you'll never run out of new places to explore. Every Outback is made to last, so you can rely on it no matter where your adventures take you. Right now, lease the new 2024 Subaru Outback Onyx Edition for only $299 a month. Or take advantage of financing rates as low as 4.9%. Gateway Subaru is committed to providing the best car buying experience on the shore. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Whether you live at the beach, travel to the beach, or want to know what's going on at the beach, get the WRDE News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Download the WRDE News app on your Apple or Android devices. Just search WRDE Coast TV. The WRDE Coast TV News app. Coverage you can count on.
Shooter's Choice has gone pink.
Mom, why pink?
We'll be recognizing breast cancer awareness the entire month of October. And you know what that means for the ladies?
Pink targets?
You got it, pink targets. And check online for our ladies-only basic handgun safety night.
That sounds like a great night for the ladies to hang with their friends and help a great cause.
It is. Shooter's Choice has gone pink, recognizing Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Shooter's Choice, Delaware's first choice in firearms.
Sponsored by Ancient Art Stone, where countertops are always a work of art.
While Columbus Day is a federal holiday, many states and cities are celebrating the day as Indigenous Peoples Day. Today is a day to honor the contributions of Native Americans. It falls on the same day as Columbus Day as a way to honor the people already living in the country when Christopher Columbus landed in 1492. The influence of Native American culture can be seen everywhere. Countless rivers, towns, and other landmarks still bear names originally given by Native tribes, Wicomico County being one of them.
Opening doors for students interested in the medical field, Bay Health is offering tours for students in grades 9 through 12 on Wednesday, October 11th. Other areas in the hospital, such as operating rooms and public safety as part of the Bay Health Voyagers program. Each hour-long meeting includes a little Q&A session for the students to ask questions. Information on how to register for the tours, that can be found on Bay Health's website.
Time to take one more look at our Coast TV poll. Do you think Rehoboth Avenue needs to be repaved? So far, a large majority, 81%, say they just don't think that is necessary, though 19% say, yeah, it is. Well, if you haven't voted yet, you can do that at WRDE.com or our mobile app. We'll show you updated results on Coast TV News at 6. Coming up, one of my favorites, the Apple Scrapple Festival in Bridgeville. What visitors can expect to enjoy at the 30th annual festival. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
The new upscale OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro is the place to go for fresh, hand-selected ingredients used to create the most delicious Asian delicacies. Come dine in, have a drink, and let our skilled chefs prepare your authentic Thai, Chinese, and Japanese dishes. At OC Chopsticks, we take what was good and make it better. Sushi rolls, noodle soups, General Tso's chicken, you see where we're going. Anything made fresh is better. Serving lunch and dinner daily, located at the Ocean City Outlets. OC Chopsticks Asian Bistro. We stay fresh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Bryce Bryan with East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air. We'd like to take a minute to thank you, Delmarva.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For 10 years of business, whether it's plumbing, heating, air conditioning, or kitchen and bathroom remodeling, we have proudly served over 50,000 homes in the area, making us Delmarva's top service provider. So from all of us at East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air,
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Delmarva! Pick up the phone and call East Coast Plumbing.
Ever have a day that just couldn't get any worse? Meet Tyler, the champion of chaos.
Having a day that's gone from bad to worse. When life throws you a string of unfortunate events, the Law Office of Trapp Nickel is here to provide a helping hand. Our experienced workers' compensation team is here to fight for your rights and help shape your misfortune into meaningful compensation.
If you've been injured at work, don't wait. Get the justice you deserve.
The Law Office of Trapp Nickel. Your priority is our priority.
Be careful when getting quotes for a new roof. There may be important things left out. Always ask, are they properly licensed and insured? Are they installing the proper amount of ice and water shield? Are they removing and replacing your siding to install new flashing? Are they checking the attic and soffit for ventilation? Are they protecting your home during installation? When you choose Spicer Brothers, you can have peace of mind that your new roof and all the details will be professionally installed for a lifetime.
To learn more, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Celebrating the agriculture industry in Sussex County, the 30th annual Apple Scrapple Festival is set to take place in the streets of Bridgeville Friday, October 13th and Saturday, October 14th. The festival begins Friday at 4 p.m. Visitors can expect to enjoy live entertainment, hundreds of crafters and vendors, and of course, delicious food. Scrapple, if that's your thing, Paul.
Well, yes, definitely. I'm probably more towards the apples more than the scrapples, to be quite honest. But I hear it's good. I hear it's good. By the way, if you'd like to win one of our umbrellas, they're still available for you, but you got to enter. You got to go to toasttvumbrella.com. And this is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling, along with your exclusive 10-day forecast. 70 for Tuesday, and then Wednesday, 71. We go up to 75 on Thursday, but we're looking at 4 days in a row of dry weather before we get to Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, we're looking at about an 80% chance of rain. Steady showers. We're not looking at a first alert day, so that's good, but it's going to be a little breezy. Sunday, at least in the morning to the early afternoon hours, the rain will continue, really leftover from Saturday. So Saturday's the main meal, and we'll have leftovers on Sunday, okay? Then as we go into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I guess we'll have cold cuts from there because it's going to be cooler. Back to you.
All right, Paul, thank you. And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
I like hot soup on those days. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.